Welcome back, everyone. Guess what, motherfucker? We got something to talk about. And do you know what it is? Some guy off the street they found to play Dr. Doom. Have you heard of him? Robert Downey Jr.?
I've heard of him.
Yeah.
What the fuck? All right, let's just get straight into it. Usually we do
All
some
right.
pleasantries. No more pleasantries.
No more.
Just dropped like a couple days ago. We're already super late on the ball, but we want to give our thoughts. So far away, dude. What are your thoughts?
All right.
Jr.
Biggest news to come out of ComicCon this year, in my opinion. Robert Downey Jr. is coming back to the MCU to play none other than Dr. Doom.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I'm a little underwhelmed.
You're not alone. The consensus, everyone I've talked to, like everyone, I have people texting me going, dude, what do you think about this? And I was like, uninspired.
Yeah.
Like, dude, there were so many awesome actors out there. Like, I still say Henry Cavill, number one choice. I think he would have rocked it, like physically. Like, that dude would whoop the shit out of people. And it would have been such a cool reverse casting. But Robert Downey Jr., dude, that dude's like 5'2". You know what I mean? Like, he was cool as Iron Man and all that shit. But Dr. Doom was like a big imposing guy. And I'm a little concerned. But the only way I think they can make it work if he's just all CG and all just in a mask.
Yeah.
I guess. I think this was a bit of a Hail Mary. I think Marvel was hurting for their numbers.
Oh,
terrible.
Definitely.
Up until this weekend, Wolverine made like $1 billion.
Yeah.
Other than that, like the Marvels made like $10.
Yeah.
So they have a lot of ground.
I love your fucking bullshit ranking system there. $1 billion to $10. What the fuck, bro? Do you know how numbers work? Okay.
Yeah, I went to college.
Yeah, I can tell.
Anyways, I think that was a Hail Mary and people smelled that shit. But yeah, it's a weird.
Yeah. I was thrown off by the reaction in the room because I saw a few clips where like people were losing their shit. I was like, wait.
They were just losing their shit because they were in the same room with Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah.
Like anyone else on the floor.
I've been in the same room as him. He fits in my pocket.
I mean, it's cool.
It's cool.
But,
I caught a whiff.
He kept some of his hair samples.
Yeah. I liked the whole presentation. I just like, man, I wish it was somebody else in another mask.
Same.
You know?
I'll give him credit. This shit, no one saw it coming.
They needed to pull something out of that.
No leaks.
Yeah.
No one even knew he was there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like to get all the way and to get all the way into that room with nobody knowing anything.
That's like some WrestleMania fucking the Undertaker's coming to get your ass.
You had to pull up the WWF. Oh man.
Bro, you're so old, bro. It hasn't been the WWF in like 1,000 years.
WWE. Anyway, shithead.
Bro.
All right. Next piece. What do you think about the Russos?
Piece. You want to talk about a fucking Walkman and a fucking boombox now? You fucking old fuck. Next piece. Speaking of old guys, I mean, they looked aged. The Russo brothers on stage, they looked like, we took a beating. We're back. Please let us in.
And apparently they're getting paid. Apparently, these guys are getting paid. Yeah, these guys directed the last 2 Avengers films, some of the biggest films of all time. And then they went off on their own.
And they ate a bunch of protein, you know?
You said it, not me. Not quite the success story that they were hoping for. So they kind of circled back and they're directing the next 2 films and they've already had directors come and go. They've been having problems. So they got this one, Avengers Doomsday.
They've been having problems. Good one. Gang.
Well, how would you describe it?
Yeah. That's exactly how I describe it. I think last year there were different title cards for everything, and they just we'll throw it out. I wonder if that there's some crazy already like licensed merch somewhere in a warehouse where it's already like in a box.
Like King Dynasty, bunch of kids wearing King Dynasty shirts like in India or something.
Yeah,
like in
right.
orphanages. You're like, damn.
No, they're burning those, bro. There's no kids anywhere wearing that shit.
No, the word King not once mentioned.
No. Not
Thoughts?
once. That's kind of crazy, huh?
Do you think they're just going to leave it done with Loki season 2? They're like, that's the end of the line for Kang.
Good. Yeah. I mean, I don't see why they would bring him back up now, right? Like, I don't think there's people like banging on the door, like, what happened to Kang? I think they're good.
Nobody came to ComicCon this year dressed as Kang.
No. I didn't see him on the masquerade steps, to like, oh yeah, look, that's the 10th Kang I see today.
So that is done, apparently. And then, which brings us to the Fantastic Four, who apparently flew all the way in from London just to stand on stage, wave to everybody, jump back on a plane, and fly back to London because they're filming this week. And they dropped a teaser trailer, and it's not online unless you find a bootleg like this guy did, and who sent it to this other guy who did not watch it. And I get it.
Yeah, I don't fuck around with bootlegs.
Why not?
I just have bootleg trauma.
From what?
From getting bullshit copies from bullshit people like you. And I'm like, I'm done. I don't need more shit. Anyways,
dude, shut up.
No bootleg trauma. I'm good.
Shut up and focus. Anyways,
I just said no bootleg trauma. I'm focused.
Anyways, it looks very future retro. It takes place in the 60s, but it's got like the 60s future vibes, and everything's clean, and they got like the fucking fantastic car flying around, and they go into space, and like, okay. They're doing something different, and I dig that. So we'll see what happens. But that's not coming out until next summer. So fingers crossed. Fantastic Four. So yeah, the Thunderbolt showed up for a little while, which is cool. I'm looking forward to that because that could be super trippy.
Oh, the other thing I did see was like Harrison Ford just flexing on everybody.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, man, don't hurt yourself.
Dude, he was on a good one the entire time. People were showing pictures running into him downtown, just walking around. I was like, oh shit.
I can't put my finger on what kind of, like, is he an asshole or is he like sometimes, because he'll say some crazy shit on some clips and like do some, and then I'm like, oh, he seems cool, and then sometimes I don't know, man. I can't put my finger on him.
I think he gets awkward in front of like interview cameras, but I've known people who've run into him, and they all say he's like super cool and super nice.
Yeah,
like he's just like a normal dude.
Yeah,
who's just having fun. So I'm like, fuck yeah.
Who's been like part of our lives since we're like little wee lads.
Since we can remember. And he's still going strong.
Yeah.
Shrinking season 2. Hopefully but this year.
Yeah, hopefully.
Fingers crossed. Anyways.
Busy man.
Which I think this takes us into trailers. Speaking of ComicCon shit.
Yeah. Brand new.
We got?
Brand new. Captain America.
Yeah.
Brave New World.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. What do you think?
It's a teaser. I'm really happy that I actually watched it because it didn't really show much. It just showed Sam in his suit flying around a little bit. They showed, there's a threat on the president's life. Who's going to save him? Captain America. Okay. And they're clearly establishing that Sam is not Steve Rogers. And they're like, okay.
Yeah. That felt a little racist.
Anthony Mack, though, it's got like, Anthony Mackie's got all the charisma. So I'm like, cool. Let's just see what he does.
Was that just me?
What?
The undertone of that? You're not Steve Rogers.
Not quite, but he's not the super soldier. He doesn't have the serum. So he's like a normal dude who's got to like,
I don't know, get
his ass kicked, and it's going to hurt when he gets his ass kicked. So we'll see how it goes.
It felt a bit like, what do you mean, you people kind of vibes.
What are your thoughts on the trailer otherwise?
The trailer, I kind of like how this whole conspiracy, spy, espionage kind of like angle that they do, like Winter Soldier,
Yes, I was digging that.
So I like that pocket for Captain America in movies. So I'm down because it kind of keeps it like based in reality a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Because First Avenger was like, to me, like low. And that was a little bit like too much propaganda.
That movie's fun.
Fun if you want to go to sleep and count some sheep. Bro, that shit was boring. You like the first Avenger?
Yeah, it was good. The
Good
pacing
to
was
fucking
good.
take a nap.
Man,
Oh
I have
my
no
god.
appreciation for good films. Anyways, moving on.
Okay.
What a dipshit.
Yeah, put it next to your boombox. Yeah, so anyways, this one looks good, man. Valentine's Day 2025.
Yeah.
Not that far.
I have a feeling this trailer just showed just a sliver. Like, I think there's going to be a ton of crazy shit happening that they're not showing anything.
Yeah.
So it's like, cool.
Like
Like
Winter Soldier blew me away. I mean, I wasn't expecting all that shit when I saw the trailer. You know, I was like, damn, this is really well done.
Yeah, that was Russo's first film to an MCU. So I'm like, dude, they fucking, and then they, and now we'll see what happens. Okay. What's the next one?
Okay.
Throwback trailer. Talked about that one.
Yeah.
Ooh, here we go.
Here we go. Serious stuff happening right here. Alien Romulus. I mean, my face lit up. I don't know about you. You excited?
Dude, super excited. People are saying it's like a blend of like a lot of aliens action. There's a lot of horror. It's more horror from like the first one. And it looks atmospheric. A couple of shots in the trailer look disgusting. So I think we're gonna get everything people want. Like this would be a fun one to watch in the theater. It's just dark and creepy. Yeah. The trailer looks awesome. The popcorn bucket, maybe equally awesome.
Yeah. Makes no fucking sense. Which way do I stick my hand in? It's like, why didn't you make it the long way? Like you go fucking stick it in the mouth. Why make a hole on the top? Who fucking designed it? I love it. Don't get me wrong. It doesn't make sense. And hey, not everything needs to make sense in the world. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you just gotta be fucking nutty, you know? And whoever designed this fucking bucket was nutty as fuck.
It looks cool though.
Yeah.
Like if you put on your wall and no one told you it's a popcorn bucket.
Like you can put it like the Dune bucket facing this bucket. The worm's gonna eat. You done the xenomorph?
Oh man. But yeah, this comes out in like a couple of weeks, man.
Yeah. I love the bit when like they're running and a bunch of the little fucking oh you way. I mean like no mames, run faster, bitch. That's how I'm gonna be in the theater.
Dude, have you seen the footage of the director posted that they have your remote control little face huggers? So some of those are practical. They just built these little remote control face huggers that can just run independently. Then there's like dudes off screen chasing the fucking actors with these remote control face huggers. I'm like, dude, creepy.
Yeah. I'm so happy. I'm so happy with this trailer and like the potential of it being awesome. It's kind of like a couple years ago when we're like so anxious to watch Prey and it fucking delivered and you're like, fuck yes. I mean,
this was, I think, greenlit around the same idea. Like it's going to go straight to Hulu, but they're like, fuck that. Let's fucking theaters.
Let's make some cash. Let's make it scary so people will go watch it in the darkness.
Fingers crossed. In a couple weeks. All right. Last trailer.
Last up, man. John Woo's remake, The Killer.
It's trippy because John Woo is directing a remake of John Woo's early film, The Killer. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
What do you think of the trailer?
It's fun. It's cool. John Woo shit, you know?
It looks fine.
Yeah.
It looks kind of simple, cheesy, but action.
Yeah.
Don't go in thinking you're going to get more than that.
Yeah. There ain't gonna be no John Wick, you know, or anything like that.
Nah. It'll be like the Russos directing John Wick. I don't know.
Citadel. Nah, it'll be better than that.
I don't know, but it looks fine.
It's a big question mark.
I think it's going straight to Peacock. Yeah, I don't remember. So I'm like, all right, that's fine. But yeah, there you go. Those are our trailers.
Not bad.
Yeah,
really excited for Alien Romulus.
Dude, it looks badass. And they showed off the guns. I think.
Oh yeah, huh?
Like, ooh, looks cool.
I'm like, ooh, somebody went showing. You did.
Oof.
Yeah, catch your breath. Catch your breath.
Brings us to the news, which is very small. After I talked about the ComicCon shit, I think we're good there. But this is the little film called Deadpool Wolverine. Came out, made like 200 plus million domestically, made like 400 or something worldwide.
Damn,
dude, I'll tell you right now. I'm gonna tell you right now.
Yeah.
How much did this?
You think they're somewhere on a private island doing the celebratory hero-gasm thingamajigger?
They probably did that beforehand.
We did it!
It's already worldwide. It's just shy of $500 million. It's like 496 million right now. Dude, this is like 4 days later.
Damn.
You know what I mean? Like, that's fucking nuts.
Yeah.
Good for them, though.
Yeah.
R-rated, biggest R-rated film ever. Fucking crazy. Good for them, though. They took a chance and they just went for it.
I watched the Hot Ones with Ryan Reynolds, and
it's on my list. I almost did.
Yeah.
How was it?
They're lightweights, so that as far as handling, they are how do you say it? White as fuck. They're like, this is definitely the hottest thing I've ever had. Like, in.
One is Canadian and one is Australian.
Yeah.
How did you think it was going to go?
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah. I was concerned for Hugh. I ain't going to lie. He looked concerned. He kept looking at Ryan like, hold me. But, yeah.
Still doing this? Anyways, also, I never talked to you about it. Did you see the Deadpool drone show at the ComicCon? Dude,
pretty cool.
That was like nuts.
Yeah.
I mean, talk about a surprise for people walking out of like the movie and like, hey, by the way, we're not quite done.
Yeah.
Like this massive fucking thing. And then like they did the whole, like dude, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Look it up online, people, if you haven't seen the Deadpool drone show.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
It ends with like Galactus showing up. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Dude, how was that for a fucking like, dude, like we're coming
That's
back.
That's an all-time Comic-Con shit right there.
As a statement.
Yeah.
They spent some money to make a huge statement that they didn't even need to.
That was already a done deal. People were going to go.
Yeah. But man, killed it. All right.
Yeah.
Are we done with all the nerdy news stuff and trailers?
I think so. You ready to move on? Because we watched some things.
Mm-hmm. We're way behind. But go ahead.
Oh, I'm so far behind, bro. Like, there's a lot of like live events, going on in my life, bro. It's just like, we had all that soccer month. The soccer month was like, and now the Olympics started. I don't know. It's sports. I don't know if you heard of them, but
are you an Olympic guy?
Huh? I watch it. Does it have soccer? They have basketball, bro. They put breakdancing in that motherfucker this year.
Did they?
Yeah.
Shit.
They're gonna be popping locking in France, dog.
Maybe I should start watching it. I haven't watched it yet.
Peacock. And even if you don't watch it live, there's a replay for everything.
Ooh.
Yeah.
All right. You convinced me. I got to start watching some Olympics.
Yeah.
But all right. Getting to what we did watch.
All right.
The Boys, season 4.
Yeah.
I finished it.
Yeah, you did.
You are on what?
I'm stuck, bro. I'm stuck on 4.
Okay.
I'm stuck on 4. I just need to find time. Time is not my friend.
I have opinions. I want to share them with you,
Yeah.
but you should probably finish watching and then we can kind of get into it. And
yeah. Is it 8 or 6? 8 or 10?
8.
Oh, halfway there. Oh.
So we'll talk. I got things to say.
Yeah. I'm sure you do.
All right.
Of the whiny nature, I'm assuming. That's what you love to do.
I mean, if you saw the first half, it's pretty much the same. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's fun. It's not bad.
Such a dick. Okay. All right. I get it. Oh, moving on.
Yeah. All right.
Ghostbusters on Netflix. Ghostbusters Frozen Empire. Big movie.
Just dropped like 3 days ago or something.
Yeah.
So we just both watched it. And
sure did.
All right. Overall thoughts.
I very much disliked Afterlife, the one previous to this one. This
Okay,
one,
I liked Afterlife, but okay.
this one I liked more than that one.
Okay. But did you like it? Like it?
Like, I don't think I'll ever watch it again. But I'm not gonna shit on it.
Okay. I think I'm in the same boat. I liked Afterlife a lot. I thought it had a lot of heart. They kind of hit the right tone. Dude, you fucking were like second screening that shit, so shut the fuck up.
No, I wasn't.
Anyways.
I don't do that shit. That's why I watch sports, I
Oh my
watch
God.
sports. I watch a
Dude, you're
movie, I
probably
watch a
second
movie.
screening right now as we're recording. Fucking
Yeah,
asshole.
the document, asshole. I'm second screening the document. I'm reading the bullshit right here.
Anyways.
Oh, this is, wait. This is the segment where, oh yeah, Andres is an asshole. Go ahead. It's your time to shine.
Speaking of, yeah, I'm glad I watched it. It was not rewatchable. Dude, there were so many plot holes. Like, there were so many questions. Like, half the characters, I don't know why they were there. They served like no purpose. The kid from Stranger Things, like, he literally did like nothing.
Yeah.
I think he like, if you watch the movie again, he like disappears for like 30 minutes. I have no idea. His character is just gone.
Yeah.
And like, he had nothing to do with the movie. He literally had nothing to do in the movie. And then there's a couple other characters that just kind of showed up or was always hanging around. I'm like, who the fuck are these people?
Yeah.
And then like everyone gets a proton pack too. I didn't know that shit. My proton pack didn't show up in the mail.
Yeah.
And then like the bad guy is so like generic. And then but the thing that was a highlight for me that I was shocked was Kumal Nanjiani. I always get his name wrong. He had the best lines in the whole movie. He was pretty fucking funny. When he was funny and they gave him a chance to do some funny shit, his shit was funny. Like he really kept me into the film. I was like, this is cool.
Yeah.
Well, other than that, the film was not even worth rewatching. I'm glad it was on Netflix. I'm glad it was free.
Yeah.
I think Christina fell asleep. She was kind of like, meh.
Fair.
But I don't know. I mean, it looked nice for the most part. I think they didn't bring in the original vibes from Ghostbusters, like being in New York. Like, they could have been a little more atmospheric and scary. I didn't like. All right, I'm going to give you a minute of spoilers here. For whoever hasn't watched it, here we go. 1 minute spoilers. The fucking end, like the dramatic big battle at the end, literally took place in the garage, like in one little tiny room. Like the big battle, homie just walked into like the firehouse garage, and they just stood there talking to him. They tried to shoot him, someone else shoots him with something else, and then it's kind of over. Like, that entire big giant battle at the end of this film takes place in this one room. You know what I mean? Like, it felt so anticlimactic. Like, at least go outside and run around the block or something. Like, it was so like small. The film just felt small and kind of awkward. I'm like, all right, whatever. But I don't know. That's all I got to say.
Yeah. I do have a nitpick, and it's just like, and I don't know. It's like, how are the movies and like the effects from the 80s like more effective than these? Like that shit was scary, you know, like it was funny, but like when they wanted to be scary, it was scary in the 80s, you know?
They had the atmosphere.
And I'm like, now there's like none of it was scary at all. I'm like, they have the money and the technology and everything to be able to like do some crazy scary shit. It's called Ghostbusters, right? And that humor to it. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's plenty of funny horror flicks out there, you know, that's not like an unconventional thing. You know, like why didn't you do that?
That was my whole thing. I'm like, they did not get it right. They didn't get the memo. I don't know what to tell you, man. I don't understand. Even I don't want to. Anyways, there was really cool moments in the first film. Where they did some creepy stuff. I'm like, do more of that. You're in New York. You can do all sorts of creepy shit. Anyways, should we move on?
We shall move on.
All right. So you watched something you've been watching for a little while.
Yeah.
Real quick. What is it?
I've been watching a little show. Not so little. House of the Dragon. Who knew that what was it, May or June, when we're all freaking out about all these shows starting, that this was going to be the best season of all those shows? Like, after watching everything, you know, like, I mean, I'm behind on The Boys, but I get it. You know, we watched The Bear. What was the other one? There was another show.
We started to watch the Alkali before we fucking rage quit
that shit. That basura. You know, and then this like, dude, the House of the Dragon is legit. And I mean, I'm like, I can't wait till it's 6:00 on Sunday. I'm like, ooh, and there's only one episode left, so I'm ready, bro. I'm ready.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie. On your advice, I rewatched the a long, like a 15-minute recap of the first season. And we were watching it, and I'm like, Christina was like, why couldn't the first season been as good as the recap is? Because the recap has some cool stuff.
Yeah,
I'm like, okay. So we started to watch this season, and we immediately got bored as fuck. Like in the first episode, like it was just too slow. It just felt more of the same. Everyone's like, oh, I'm sad. Where's my dragon? Like every character was the same fucking character. But I'm going to try to keep going because everyone's loving it. I just want to get to like the big shit. But yeah, I wasn't loving it, but I still want to keep going.
Yeah.
I'm glad you're digging it because if you're digging it, that means they got to be doing something decent.
Yeah. And, you know, like there's some episodes where like, hey, sorry guys, we blew our load on the last episode, the budget, you know? So there's definitely like some like, hey, there's a shit ton of dragons in this episode. And then it's like, where are all the dragons? You know, so it goes a little bit give and take, you know. But yeah, this season has been way more even, and the storytelling has been cohesive, and you get to see a lot more. They're out because the first season, man, like one of the biggest things that I didn't fucking like that they were like in the main city the whole time. I'm like, dude, it's Westeros. Get the fuck out of here. You know, go somewhere, fly somewhere. And this season they've been going to different castles, you see, you know, and everything. So
they're finally using the frequent flyer mileage.
Yeah. They're like,
check. That's good. Yeah, I'm gonna check it out. I don't know. I'll get back to it, but wasn't loving it. But yeah, I want to get to the season, episode 4. Everyone keeps talking about. I'm like, I bet it's gonna be awesome.
Yeah. So yeah, only one episode left. There's only 8. So.
All right, we'll see if I can catch up a little bit before the next episode. All right, real quick, we did something really interesting. Last week we mixed it up, man, because of the whole Wolverine Deadpool thing. I'm like, you know what? Let's just watch something different. We watched the first X-Men film from 2000. I don't remember why it just came up. Like, let's just watch it. It's on Disney. Like, it's been forever. So we put the first one on, and I don't remember loving it, but I remember loving the fact that they actually made it and it existed. As a nerd, I'm like, fuck yeah. And it's way better than I remember. Like the cinematography, it looks way better than I remember. They did the best they could with what they had. And they did a pretty good job. There's some stuff towards the end where like, that's kind of a stupid fight scene, but it's a pretty fucking solid film. Like X-Men 2, really good film. And then, so we watched that, and then immediately we watched, so that was Wolverine's first appearance. And then we decided to watch Wolverine's last appearance. We watched Logan, and still holds up. Still puts you to sleep. It's definitely still chill, but it has like all the right stuff at all the right time. Like, this is cool. The end is like my least favorite. Like where he's just fighting people in like the forest. I'm like, couldn't you like put him in a neighborhood or a fucking factory?
The end of Logan is like the reveal of Robert Downey Jr. being Dr. Doom. Like, that's what it was, bro. It's like, he fights himself. Fuck it.
Can't argue that. That was like the weakest part. But what's her name? Daphne Keane. He's so good. Like the little girl. I'm like, this is fucking cool. And like the dude Caliban, who plays Albino. Did you know he's Stephen Merchant? He plays him. Number 1, that dude's 6'7". So it's trippy watching him in this film. Number 2, do you know Stephen Merchant, what he wrote and produced and created in the past?
Yeah, I know. He's a funny guy.
No, but I mean, do you know the show?
I mean, I'm sure I do. It just slipped in my mind right now.
Little show called The Office.
Oh yeah.
Which is like this guy.
Yeah.
But it's pretty cool.
Yeah, he was in the original one, the UK one.
So it's like, dude, awesome, pretty cool. But anyways, today we watched the Logan and X-Men just to kind of do something a little bit different.
Yeah. You guys were tired, huh? Wanted to take a nap?
Someone might have fallen asleep too a little bit.
Hey, I got a double feature for you. Let's take naps.
The nappy feature.
The
All
nappy
right.
feature.
Anyways,
I remember
fuck you.
about you mentioning that you were just happy they made it. I remember like, oh my God, we get to see Wolverine and Sabretooth fight. That was like my biggest takeaway from the first one. I
We've
was
never
not
really
happy
gotten
about
like
the suits.
no one was. They even make fun of them.
Yeah.
But anyways, I mean the word on the street was one of the producers at Fox saw that they had leather outfits in the Matrix, and the Matrix was super popular. So he was like, "We need to get our guys in black leather outfits."
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. Well, eventually they did the Weapon X, like the Uncanny, and they did them all in black and gray and shit. So
They did some cool stuff.
yeah.
But anyways, all right, shall we move on?
Let's move on. It's time for Bestie Worstie. All right.
Yeah.
You ready?
Yeah. Let's hear your bestie.
My bestie, it's a little unconventional, but you know what I'm saying? It's a reality bestie. A little show called The Challenge.
The fuck are you talking about?
I know, right? It's like 40 seasons of it, bro. So it's got some legs.
I believe you. I guess they make like 3 seasons a year or something.
Like the Survivor. Survivor is on season 40 something. Yeah, they do 2 a year.
Crazy.
Yeah. They're still around. But anyways,
what?
So there's The Challenge is a bunch of contestants from reality shows like Survivor and Big Brother and The Real World and Road Rules. And
so
they basically
take other contestants and put them like in a Pro Bowl.
Basically, they have these obstacle challenges, courses that they have to. And it's a reality show. So they put them all in a house, whatever. And they're all like, attractive, kind of, or whatever, semi. So, anyways, it's just so messy, bro. And I can't take my eyes off of it. And it's like, who slept with who? You dirty girl. Boy, this guy's running through them. It's like, and then they do the obstacles. I'm like, man, that shit's hard. I don't think I could do these obstacles. And then like, they jump out of planes. They're freaking out. They're like, I don't want to do this. And they're like, you win $1 million. And it's like, oh shit, I can see it. And people are backstabbing each other, like, yeah, I got you, man. We're safe. We're together, ride or die. And nobody ride or dies and shit. And anyways, there's 40 seasons. I'm not going to watch them all, but I'm just saying I've watched a couple already. And I don't know when I'm going to stop. So yeah,
and this shit was the best.
Huh? Yeah, imagine that. Better than fucking Afterlife, better than or what other bullshit? Like the challenge is keeping me from watching The Boys.
And the Olympics. No, I can see that. The Boys isn't quite delivering. Anyways, to be continued on that one.
Yeah.
All right, I'll give you my other bestie. This is like 10 days.
What was your first bestie?
I never gave you my first bestie.
Oh, because you said I'll give you another bestie, my other bestie.
I give you your bestie, and I'll give you my bestie.
All right. English. Let's talk.
This is here's one.
All right.
I don't know if I told you, but for some reason we decided to watch the Back to the Future trilogy. We came back and watched all of them over the course of like a week or something. I don't remember. But I think we watched the third one all in one sitting.
Did you watch the VHS copy of it?
That shit is on Netflix. It just dropped.
All 3 of them?
Yeah. And I don't remember why. I was like, because I wanted to watch them like a couple months ago and they weren't available. Then they became available on Netflix. I'm like, fuck it, we're watching this shit. And we had time. Time opened up in our schedule and we watched the entire trilogy. And dude, it still holds up.
The third one too?
It's still fucking fun. Like there's so many things. I love
Isn't that the Western one? The third one?
Yeah. Dude, it holds up. It moves fast. Telling you. It holds up. It's funny. It's what film was like.
That movie doesn't get played in my household. Maybe we'll watch them.
I mean, the writing is so good, and like the acting and how it's shot is so clever. Like there's so much going on, and like storytelling in this package of films, and then they start referencing themselves and getting messy, and like, how are they going to untangle all it? Oh man.
Did you watch
And
the
then
challenge?
No. Anyways.
It was some old
And the
shit
dude
you
that
said
plays
10
Biff,
times. Huh?
the dude that plays Biff, man, when you see all the roles that he plays in a row, like, fuck, why didn't this guy become a much bigger thing? Like, he handles like 3 or 4 completely different roles perfectly. Like, he plays like a high school kid to an old guy to a Western criminal, all just bang, 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 bang. Like, this guy like kills it. The guy, fuck, it's just impressive. Everything's just, and there's so much fucking funny humor. Christopher Lloyd, he's hilarious. Like, the third film was mostly about him, which makes it really fun. You're like, this is cool. Man, cool film. Totally holds up. Some of the effects are mostly great. So a little falls apart towards the third one, but I mean, it's still just a fun time, man. Back to the Future trilogy, Netflix. Check it out. Show the kids. See if they can get it. Like, there's a lot happening. Like, a lot.
You know, that's one of the movies when I was a kid that was kind of like a blind spot. Like, I don't know. It didn't get played when we were in Mexico. Yeah.
I can see that.
We were watching Beetlejuice on repeat.
You were like, Hill Valley? What the fuck is Hill Valley?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, ese güey que con la basura in the car, what's going on?
Johnny Be Good? No.
We don't believe him.
Anyways. All right, what's your worstie?
My worstie, back to the Olympics. One thing that I do enjoy, I like watching, is the open ceremony for the Olympics. It's kind of weird, right? But I do like it.
No, it was cool back in the day. I remember watching it, and then we're getting to the part of the opening ceremony where it's like 9 hours of people walking into a stadium, and I'm like,
they're all wearing their flags, their little costumes and shit and everything.
Like, then you go, there's a lot of more countries in the world than I thought.
Yeah.
And then like some country walks in with like 4 dudes. You're like, oh shit.
Yeah.
And like America walks in, they're like 9 blocks long of dudes. Like, shit.
The buffest people on the planet, like the most well-fed people. Oh my god! But anyway, so yeah, that's the kind of shit I like, for some reason. And like one of the best ones was a few years ago. It was London, the London one, because like people were walking in and stuff, and it was like a live performance of the Muse. The Muse was like rocking out, and people were like, and it was badass. And this one was a letdown. Oh my god, bro. First, they got, I don't know if this was a COVID thing or whatever. Maybe it was. I don't know. But they got them on boats because they're on the CN River, right? Instead of walking them into a stadium like normal fucking events, they're parading them down on boats down the CN River, right? And they had to first they're like, oh, the river's been clean. It's not full of E. coli and blah, blah, blah. This shit, right?
Apparently, it's not been legal for a human to get into that CN River in like 100 years because it's like the most polluted thing on the planet. Anyways, but they're like, hey, it's cool now. Like, what?
Yeah, they were like, we pour 1 billion chemicals in there, whatever. So
it's purely bleach now.
I'm like, yeah, I mean, that water is dookie brown water, bro. It's like, and anyways, so we're on the boats, and like you were saying, like there were like big boats, little boats, depending on the size of the congregation or whatever, people from each country. Like there was a boat. It looked like the fucking boat from Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade when they were chasing each other. There's like 3 people on the boat. And then there'd be big boats, and there'd be like 4 countries with like 20, 30 people in. And it was just like a hot mess, bro. Like, I don't know. And it was raining, and they had to sit there and be on boats and raining and shit. And like they were doing these performances of like random like things. And it was a little out there, man. Yeah, like I'm all artsy fartsy than anybody. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm cool. I get it. I'm hip.
Yeah,
but there was like some shit. I'm just
challenger, artsy fartsy.
Yeah, I'm just like, this really would I'm like, what does this have to do with the Olympics? And I'm like, and they were like miming and voguing and doing all kinds of shit, and I don't know, and like I didn't recognize any of the music, or like even like they couldn't just put a DJ and like this shit you know.
Didn't Celine Dion show up at some point or something?
Yeah. I was done by then, bro. I was like, and then Zenaida would come down, like, because I wanted to show her, you know, and be like, hey, there's Olympics. Look how big the country, the world, you know, the different countries, they all compete. And I wanted to show her. And she was kind of bored by it because of the boats. And they were just like floating like on this dirty ass river. And I don't know, man. And then she's like, she went upstairs. She's like, tell me when Mexico comes out. And I'm like, yeah. And then I missed the Mexico boat. I don't know what happened, but yeah. And then the USA boat was there. So, anyways, that was the Worstie.
All right, that's sad.
Yeah.
Dude, I gotta tell you, I kind of want to go back and watch that now. I'm kind of curious.
It's a hot mess, dog. You want to watch a hot mess? Go for it. And it was a controversial portion of it where
something about a religious thing or some Greek,
yeah, because there was a drag performance, people in drag performing and doing their I don't know, RuPaul thing, and but there was like a scenario where it looked like it was the Last Supper. It kind of looked like it, but I mean then people took offense to that. They're like, why are the drag queens at the Last Supper? I'm like,
but then I read somewhere that it wasn't. Someone explained what it was.
Yeah, I mean,
it had nothing to do with it, and I'm like, okay,
whether it was or wasn't, I'm like, to me, it was just like a performance, you know. But I like the music wasn't popping, dog. I was like, I don't know, man. I just couldn't get into it. I mean, that didn't bother me, but you know, whatever.
Did you know? In 4 years, the Olympics are going to be in LA. I think that's going to be kind of cool.
Yeah.
I remember when it was in LA in 1984. That was kind of cool.
Yeah.
So maybe we'll try to go. Maybe we'll go watch some people do some flippies. I don't know. That could be interesting.
They got they got some new, like the new arena by the SoFi Stadium. The new Clipper Arena is opening up. Oh my goodness, it looks so cool.
They got venues, man. Yeah, I've heard about that arena. And what is it, in 2 years is the World Cup? So you got the World Cup here, and the Olympics here within 2 years.
Yeah,
that's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
All right.
More football. The biggest World Cup ever. I think they're letting 64 teams in instead of 32.
We'll have live coverage from that. We're gonna go. We're gonna go.
What's your Worstie?
Worstie? I'm just gonna go with Ghostbusters. I was just so disappointed. It wasn't like terrible, but I don't want to watch it again. I'm kind of good.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, when you have that much to do or that much money and resources, and like that's the best you can do. Like, dude, I'm kind of like, just watch the first film and just remake the first film. You know, get some of that shit at this point. Like, it didn't even have that energy. It had nothing. Anyways, not great.
Not great.
Moving on.
New to the list. We got a few things. I'm excited. The Investigators, Apple Plus, August 2nd. Matt Damon.
Yeah, go ahead.
Matt Damon, Casey Affleck, directed by Doug Liman. Popping.
Has potential. Yeah. The trailer, I saw some trailers and some footage.
Looks cool.
Looks all right. Yeah.
I like the chemistry between Casey and Matt, you know. They should have chemistry. They've known each other for ever.
Their entire lives, yeah. Crazy.
So
fingers crossed.
Check that out.
Yeah.
Also on Amazon Prime, we got Batman, the Cape Crusader animated series.
It's so crazy that Warner Brothers just straight up sold Amazon a Batman poor, product. Yeah. They're having some problems.
Did you hear about the NBA shit that they're going through? It's kind of embarrassing now.
No, what happened?
Well, Warner owns TNT, and TNT has had rights to partial NBA packages, you know, for like 40 years.
Yeah.
And the rights deal was up this year, and Zaslav was like, oh, we don't need the NBA. So that opened the door for now Peacock and Amazon Prime are going to have NBA games along with, you know, Disney has a majority like ABC and SportsCenter and ESPN. They have the majority of the games. And so anyways, HBO or Warner's has the opportunity to match the offer, but they waited past the date that they could match it. And after the fact, they matched it, but the NBA turned them away. It was like, it's too late, and now Warner Brothers is suing the NBA for not letting them match the thing. Because dude, if Warner loses the NBA and TNT, it's like, that's a big loss, dude. So yeah, like, Peacock and Amazon are gonna have some games now, and Amazon already has football, so Amazon's gonna have football and NBA.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're in the middle of a lawsuit right now.
Well, you let me know how it works out.
Yeah, I hope it works out. I just want Charles Barkley and Shaq to do stupid shit all the time. That's on TNT.
Anyways, getting back to Batman: The Cape Crusader on
Amazon Prime. There we go.
The animated show from the original Bruce Timm, the original creator of Batman the Animated Series.
Yeah.
So it's going to have that cool energy.
Yeah. I'm excited.
People have already, the reviews have already hit, and they say it's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's not bad. But it's not amazing. Mm-hmm. But everyone says if you like the first one, you'll like this one. Mm-hmm. I want to watch it. I think we're both going to end up watching this one.
Yeah.
And fingers crossed. And I can't see it being bad.
Yeah. Me either.
Which brings us to the last one.
Last one, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes arrives at Hulu August 2nd. And
which will probably be before this episode comes out. So there you go. It's out right now.
Maybe we have watched it by then. I'm excited.
Maybe. Yeah, I think it's going to be on the list.
It's going to be on the docket for sure. Friday is going to be on the docket.
I think this is like almost an instant click.
Yeah.
I was like, wanted to watch Ghostbusters immediately. I'm like, all right, it's on. Here we go. This is even way higher because the trailer for this looked awesome, and it did really well.
Yeah,
I'm surprised it came out that quick, but there you go. Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes.
Well, it went to theaters in March, I think, or was it April?
I don't know. Anyways, looks cool.
I'm excited.
Which leads us to
our world famous double feature.
This one's going to be
I always pick a good
folks.
one, and Andres sometimes picks a good one.
Oh, this is going to
be
the
we're both picking not good ones today.
Explain the theme.
All right, because we're both kind of like scratching our heads with the whole Robert Downey Jr. thing. We're like, man, is that the right casting choice? I don't know. So we're going to go ahead and pick a double feature with questionable casting decisions.
Mm-hmm.
And I think, at least in my movie, fucked up the movie. I mean, the movie, I think, is a disaster anyways. But yeah.
I want to hear I only have one. And
why stop thinking about it after this one? I'm like,
okay. I'm so curious on yours. Okay, so this is just questionable casting in a film when it kind of ended in disaster. But let's hear yours. All right, what's yours?
All right. So, my favorite nerd, like superhero book to read was Green Lantern and Hal Jordan.
Okay.
And then they were like, going to make a movie. And I was excited. And then like, oh, the guy that directed Casino Royale is going to direct it. I'm so excited. And then they cast Ryan Reynolds. And I was like, what the fuck? I'm like, I guess he's in shape, but he doesn't, his personality, and like, this is where I'm going to sound really nerdy, guys. His personality is nothing like Hal Jordan. Nothing. And like, Hal Jordan's kind of like a dick and an asshole, and this guy's always making stupid comments. Like, bro, shut up, and I don't know. Anyways, total miscast. Movie sucked. Ruined my life for a few months. I've angry watched it like 5 times.
There's still a corner of your fucking heart that fucking it pops out every now and then. You're like, oh. Yeah. But if I want to hurt you, that's where I stab you every time.
Yeah, anyway. And it's like, look, perfect casting, Deadpool. Boom. That works. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get it. Like Ben Affleck and fucking Daredevil.
Ryan Reynolds, man, he was in like the Blade 3, didn't work. He was in the first X-Men, other Wolverine Origins, didn't work. Yeah. He was in
as the same character, I think.
Crazy. And then Green Lantern didn't work.
Yeah, he kept trying, man. Dude, chugging along.
4th time's the charm. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like that resulted in like this $2 billion franchise.
Yeah.
Like, how insane is that?
Yeah.
Fourth time the charm.
Yeah.
But yeah, fuck. I tried to watch a little bit of it a long time ago when it was on some streaming, and I think I got 20 minutes in. I'm like, this is terrible.
I think he would have been a good, if he was going to be a Green Lantern, I think he would have been a good Guy Gardner. Myself.
Funny haircut.
Yeah.
Anyways. All right, my choice.
There we go.
Kind of similar to yours, I think. It's not going to have the hate that you did, but when they first announced this nerd casting, I was like, really? And then they did it, and I'm watching the theater because I'm like, okay, here we go. Talking about Ben Affleck as Batman.
Oh,
like that. He didn't work as Batman or Bruce Wayne. I'm like,
dang, you didn't like him as Batman? I kind of disagree with you.
Not really. It just didn't really work. It just wasn't feeling it at all. And I'm like, all right.
I think the movie was
garbage.
Turd, you know what I'm saying? But I think he was the highlight of it. I think
if he got a better movie and he was directed better, I think maybe it could have hit because he's good.
What about aesthetically? Like, he looked the part. You didn't think he looked the part?
It didn't work for me. I don't know. Something about it wasn't quite clicking.
Yeah.
Like, it could have, but it just didn't. It was just off center.
Yeah.
The feel was wrong.
Yeah.
And it was just terrible. I mean, anyways, that
could
was
have gone
my pick.
with what's his name? The Hulk, the Incredible Hulk,
Edward Norton.
Yeah, that was tough. The movie's okay, but like him as a Banner, you know, it's like
it's a little out there, especially now when you're so used to all these other guys. I'm like, imagine if he had stuck around, like he would not have worked.
Yeah,
I don't think.
Yeah,
anyway.
Even like who's listening to Worm, dude? Fuck Worm.
I still want to get back into watching that. That movie's on. It's on Peacock, I think. Rounders.
It's legit.
Anyways,
all right, man.
All right. I think we're good.
All right. So there you go, guys. Have fun with the Green Lantern and Batman versus Superman. Super cool. Ooh, that's some angry watch right there, dude. It's like,
there's no winners here. No
is
winners
this
here.
over yet? I saw a still of Abin Sur.
What?
I saw a picture of the alien Abin Sur, Green Lantern. He's the one that dies, and Hal Jordan gets his ring in the movie.
Okay.
Anyways, but I saw a picture of him. I'm like, oh my God, that looks horrible too. Everything looks horrible in this movie.
I'm sorry, dude. You gotta. I'm telling you, you need to get help. You need to process the trauma and get through it.
I tried to because I face my fears and I watch it, and then I'm just like, you motherfuckers, man.
Anyways, then Deadpool 2, there's a little reference to Green Lantern.
Oh, I know.
Fucking hilarious.
Like, must have that part. Just to jab it in. Anyways, well, on that note, I think that's our show, buddy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Good one.
Hey, you did a good job, bro.
You did okay.
All the asshole shit aside, you did okay.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah.
Asshole
o'clock. Boom. You should get a shirt. You merch that shit. Asshole o'clock. You know, be number one. Yeah, like, hey, somebody in your house.
I can talk about Ghostbusters.
Would love that shirt for you. I think it's time for you to wear your shirt. I am so funny. Anyways, that's our show, guys. Thanks for watching. Please like and listen, subscribe, let us know.
Feedback.
Any feedback, please. Are we missing something? Do we need to work on Andres' posture? Let us know. I don't know. Whatever you guys want.
Should I shave before we go to record? Because I am not shaving right now.
Yeah. Should I eat a hot wing before we start? I don't know. Something.
Be in tears the whole time.
Yeah, and be sweating. Anyways, please like and subscribe. Give us some feedback. We're happy to reply. I'm Francisco.
I'm Andres.
Have a great week. 2 nerds. 1 5. Let's go. Morales.